Welcome back to Supers Live. We apologize for the extra tweets and posts in our Twitch chat. What happens sometimes when you're rushing to get ready to broadcast a race. But we want to welcome everybody back. We hope you enjoyed that quick race, a 75 lapper in 9 minutes, 9.953 seconds or minutes. How's that? How do you say that? Minutes, seconds? Anyway, we've got the winner of the race in our broadcast studio, and we are happy to talk to him. Congratulations to you, Keith. Put one on you, pal. That was an exciting race from a lot of different angles out there. You had the best view in the house, though, from the front row starting spot on the pole. Come home and run the fastest lap of the race, and you also lead all 75 laps. How's it feel to put the old May Motorsports number 7 in victory lane at this tight little quarter-mile track?
Hey, thanks, Bobby. Yeah, it feels pretty good to get a victory in this car. A lot of history behind this car, and there's a lot of history in the 41, and then just continued on with that Maze car. But yeah, super excited to bag this one. I had the best view in the house for about I think 25 laps. Didn't see anything from me, and then right around I think 25:30, I started seeing them ahead of me, about a half straightaway ahead of me. Every time I come out of the corner, it seemed like there was dirt flying or tire smoke or something. It just seemed like every time I come out of the corner, it was seeing that. So it must have been really exciting behind me. But yeah, these cars at this track especially, it just loves clean air. It takes a lot of throttle control, so um, and those are kind of races I kind of like, the longer late races, little throttle control, and just get to a rhythm. So yeah, super excited though to win this one on Super's anniversary. Congrats to Supers just for being around for as long as they have and still put on some great racing like we do. So pretty proud of that, and Supers definitely has a lot to be proud of. But yeah, it's neat bringing home this number 7 to victory lane. I've been asked by a few people over the years why I never asked David um, to drive one of his cars, saying the simple fact was we had such good drivers over the years in the May cars that, I mean, how do you ask that with Timmy J and Gene Lee and Sonier and Didero and just Charlie Schultz, Tim Ice? I mean, the team just had such great drivers over the years. I never wanted to ask. I'd rather just wrench on them alongside with my dad, and yeah, we had a blast though tonight. Getting kind of long winded here, but congrats to Rob on second place. You, Bobby, for coming from the back. Your race must have been pretty exciting, pretty scary. Come all the way up to third, but nice run for you to come home third. Got to thank first to finish race servers, Supers, Kevin Timmons, Breeze Graphics, and Hairbag Studios for all the production work he does and all those cool decals that Breeze Graphics puts out. Go definitely check them out. Got to thank Icings on Top and CPR Motorsports, Maze Garage. Um, really excited to win this one here tonight. So yeah, we'll definitely ride this high till next week. That's for sure.
Congratulations, Keith. Dominating run. Fastest lap of the race, 9.953, and leading all 75 laps here. And just a little over 13 minutes and 44 seconds. Actually, the actual race, I think, only took about 9 minutes after the restart. So, wow, what a fast one. Congratulations, Keith.
Thank you.
Keith, put one on your pal out of Carrollton, Ohio, your winner here today. Man, that was a pretty cool deal for him to go in there and pull off that win. We want to now talk to the guy finishing in second place. He had a long road to hoe to try to reel in Keith. Never quite could get the job done. Rob, you spent a lot of time behind the old guy there in second place, Carl Becker. Finally able to get around him. Just didn't quite have enough oomph in the Air Force 39 tonight, but it looked like he had a good time out there. What was the most hair-raising part of that 75 lapper? Because you had a couple out there.
Yeah, I had a couple. There was, I don't know, I saw a lot of dust and a car spinning around on the infield on corner exit of 4 one lap, and I'm like, what is that? And I completely lost my concentration. But no, I mean, lap cars did what they could do, did their best. They were trying to run laps too. Keith had a good, I don't know, 2.4 second lead when I got by Carl, and I knew he was running 9.9s and 10.0s, and they were consistent. And when I had a clean track, he was not gaining a lot on me, but he was still gaining. So like 5 laps, he'd gain a tenth. Another 5 laps, he'd gain a tenth and stretch that lead out. And I think I burnt the car up. I mean, I shredded the front tires. Corner exit started being horrible. Very much like Sandusky, if you could keep your RPM up out of turn 2, you could have a good lap down the back stretch. But all of a sudden I found myself kind of crossed up and crossed over and putting too much wheel in it, trying to catch up. And it's like, all right, settle down. You got to race for second now. Because that guy in third was pulling up on me. So congrats on your run, man. Starting from last, pulling up to third, and taking a good second and a half out of what I had on you at about the midpoint of the race, or whenever you got to third. But exciting race. Congrats to Keith. I mean, hands down, the guy with the best car, and able to produce those fast laps, lap after lap after lap. I could do one occasionally, but I couldn't back it up with a fast lap. I'd do a 9.971, followed by a 10.13, followed by a 10.0, followed by a 10.12. I could never get a consistent feel out of the car where I felt. Actually, I was probably rolling out of the throttle too early and getting into the throttle too late, because I never felt that the car was stable or comfortable. So, I mean, I get the occasional unicorn lap, as Brad and I have started calling them. That one just oddball fast lap where all the stars align and the planets are in the right spot and you get a good run. But I couldn't back it up like Keith could. Keith could run the same lap after lap after lap. And that's how he got that breakout and got away from everyone. So congrats to Keith. That was awesome. That was an amazing run. Real quick thank you to SUPRS.net for all the work you put in. Icing's on top for the Rookie of the Year award and all the fantastic stuff Cindy Luhu does for us. And Breeze Graphics. I got to take a moment to thank Kevin for the sticker for a oxymoron. I 3D print, and I printed a giant Lego minifigure. And by giant, I mean about the size of a large cup of coffee. So, not a minifigure, but a giant Lego minifigure. And KT with Breeze Graphics came through with a picture for a face of a buddy of mine for my Iron Man giant Lego minifigure. So all your printing needs, go to KT and Breeze Graphics, as well as Hairbag Studios. All the work that he does, man, amazing work. To put up with us, as well as produce such a quality stream. And Bob, thanks to you for putting on such a great show. This was a good time.
Rocket Rob Warren, your second place finisher. He had quite the race out there, and been around a long time like Keith. We got a big race coming up next week. I like to think that all of our races are big races. Try to do things a little bit different here at Supers, but we would like to invite you to join us next week for the Veterans Day special coming up here on the Supers Broadcasting Network. Join us live at 9 p.m. NASCAR Heat once, and we're breaking up. She's breaking up. Our video producer says, our production manager, Kevin Timmons, says, yeah, probably so. It's one of those kind of nights, it seems, here in Twitch land, or at least on the broadcasting computer. But as we were saying, 16 years tonight. Next week, we run a 75-lap feature salute to America's veterans with a Veterans Day special. That's on Tuesday, November 12th. We're hoping that Steve Callahan can be around for that one because he's got quite a history here at New River Valley Speedway. The all-time winningest driver at that. Join us next week. We're proud to present a night of racing to honor all who've served in America's. Well, we're going to wrap things up tonight. Congratulations to Keith. Put one on you, pal. He had a heck of a race out there, leading all 75 laps of the Supers anniversary race. And we think that he deserves that. Congratulations. It was a heck of a run for him. 9.953 seconds. Fastest lap of anybody that was on the track. Rob Warren for second, Bob Gangworth third, Brad Keyser, Zach Sears, Carl Becker, and Nelson Rodriguez round out the field. So we will talk to you next week. And remind all of you that if you'd like to become a member of the original online Supermodified Sim Racing Sanction, go to supers.net, click the About tab, learn about us, and learn why we're a little bit different. Decide whether you're up for that or not, and then click that Join tab, and you can go racing with your own Supermodified online. Quick shout out to Matt Germain, who's tuned in tonight, and a long time ago, he was a Supers member, looking to get back into Supers racing. So, Matt, welcome in, and hope you're enjoying the broadcast, and look forward to seeing the race in the very near future. So, for everybody here tonight, including your winner, Keith Powell, I want to thank First to Finish Race Servers, Icing's on Top, Hairbag Studios, Breeze Graphics, and all of you for tuning in to enjoy live Supermodified Sim Racing on the. Until next week, remember, it ain't easy, but you can still keep it wing side up and wheels to the ground after 16.
Someone you love, and if you're going through it, I say do it with someone you love. I've been around a long time, in and out of love, but if you're gonna do it, I say do it with someone you love.